Jose Rodriguez, would you like to tell me your official title here at Fort Myer?
I'm the president of Fort Myer Construction.
President and owner?
Yes.
CEO?
Yes.
Okay. And we were just speaking, you originally were born in Argentina.
Comodoro Rivadavia.
Which is in the Pampas.
Is Patagonia.
Patagonia.
On the border with Chile.
And your father, you were there because your father
was an immigrant from Portugal.
And he was a bricklayer.
He was a contractor, construction
contractor, as was your grandfather.
Yes.
So, Comodoro Rivadavia, then you went back.
When I was 7 years old, 1948, my father retired, go back to Portugal. So we go back to Portugal.
And when did you get to the United States?
1959, when I was 18 years old.
You came, why?
I came looking for the green dollar.
So you came to work.
Yes.
And you had skills in...
I have big ideas. And I know how to do things, but not with my hands, but my head. I could teach people how to do it.
So you came here, and what was the process? You began to work as a laborer?
I began with a labor.
And how did that evolve? You were a laborer, then when did you start Fort Myer? Let's do it.
I started Fort Myer in 1972. So for 13 years I worked 1 year for a Portuguese company. And then I come work for one American company. Then I started as a labor in an American company, and 3 weeks later I was a foreman. So I learned all the routes in Washington, D.C. And I worked for that company for 11 years.
The company was?
Curtin Johnson.
And we already know that you began in 1972, and you did a lot of like porches and...
We did patios, swimming pools, decks, private shops. And the difference between us and our competition is I always guarantee my work. If anything was a punch list, we come back. A lot of contractors, the punch list, they don't come back, then they lose the customers. We never lost customers because all our work was guaranteed till today.
So it was pointed out, your partner, Louis Renske, pointed out that there were 3 pillars of success for Fort Myer. And the third one being, the way he said it was, you in the 70s, you began with this, you were in Arlington to begin with?
Yes.
And then you moved into the city.
Right.
And it was during the period of Marion Barry's mayor that this really started to boom and grow? Was Marion Barry important to your company?
Yes, he was.
Why?
Because he opened for the first minorities to be in business. Because before him was no minorities, it was only white contractors.
Was he fair to you?
Yes, 100%.
And how did you grow? How did you grow?
Work day and night, and concentrate on the jobs and do good work.
What jobs? What work?
First, we start with private jobs.
With?
Private jobs.
Private jobs?
Yes, in Virginia. Right. Then we start on the city to be a subcontractor, was a subcontractor.
But you didn't build buildings?
No, just roads. Just roads.
Just
and
roads.
Water line excavation.
Water line and excavation.
Yes.
And you bought. Did you buy this headquarters?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful lot, by the way. Massive lot.
Yes. 12.5 acres.
It's kind of overwhelming now. How did Fort Myer get so big?
Well, first we bought this headquarters here, then we bought all the lots, then finally we bought the goodwill.
And the asphalt?
Then after we was in business for about 20 years, we bought the asphalt plant, the first one for Tire Rack. Used to be a minority business. Then I bought the second plant
from Reuben.
From Reuben. and then I bought the plant from Faith Construction.
So can you say a little bit about your relationship with Ruben? Were you friends or?
We always was good friends.
Uh-huh.
Compete against each other,
Uh-huh.
but always friendship.
And
We never got a hard words, anything.
and how did that work? Did you have lunch together, or how did that work?
We would meet maybe 4 or 5 months for lunch. We would play tennis together.
You're a tennis player too.
I used to be, but he was very good. He was very good.
So the other relationship that you built up over the years was with Carl Jones.
Yes, I was a subcontractor. He owned John and Ares, and I used to sub work from him. Concrete work, road work.
He would sub it to you.
Yes,
And so that meant what? He was bigger, or he just
He-
had more contracts, or?
well, on that time maybe he was bigger.
Uh huh. Uh huh. So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
would sub it to you.
He was a 8A contractor,
Right.
so you'd get the jobs I couldn't bid.
Right.
Then I was a sub to him,
Uh huh.
like I was a sub to Ty Rock.
So there's a friendship there too, right?
Yes,
There's a relationship.
50 years.
Right.
When I worked for Curtin Johnson, I used to be the inspector for LA.
Would you say he's a mentor to your company?
Yes, he always give me good advice till today.
So I need
We've
you
been
to
friends.
say.
Yes, Carlos Jones was a mentor.
Okay.
Even today, he always got great ideas.
That's
And
really
we always
wonderful.
think big.
There's one question that I've asked everyone. It's really an important one, which is, you've done a number of very important projects, and I would imagine you've paved the city over more than once, many
Yes.
times. What are you most proud of? What's your legacy? What are the jobs or the job that you're most proud of?
One of the job I'm most proud is for the last 20 years, I've been doing Pennsylvania Avenue for the inauguration.
And you repave it.
Yes, every 4 years when there's the new president.
Uh-huh.
And I'm always afraid they wait to the last minute when it's cold. I always want to do it in advance when the weather is good, even if I get paid later, because I want my work to be guaranteed, because the whole world is watching Pennsylvania Avenue when there's the inauguration.
That's
That's-
really neat. So, we heard it was that your asphalt plants do like 350,000 tons a year.
Yes,
or
one of the plants 2 years ago did 450
450,000 tons.
tons, one plant.
Now, so what keeps you going like this? Why?
Because I love what I'm doing, the people. The people works here.
What is are you like full time or?
No, not full time. I only get here in the morning, call it 4:15, and then I work all day. Then I go home, I have my dinner, I get on the phone, clean my desk, and that's what I do
5 days a week?
5 days a week.
So you are full time?
Yes.
Wow. Well, that's really commendable.
Yeah. And on Saturdays, if I'm not here, I'll be working on the phones, I'll be in meetings.
So your work is your life,
Yes.
and you work like 24/7 in a sense.
Yes.
From what I understand. And
And I got the hands on everything.
and what do you do for hobby? What do you do to relax?
Good question. I used to play racquetball and tennis. And right now for relax, I exercise on a club twice a week.
And what is the future here? I mean, what's going to happen the day that you can't come every day or that Louis can't?
Well, I think the day we can come, it will be a succession team.
Have you put the succession team in place?
Well, I got ideas.
Tell me about your relationship with Louis Renske. How did you meet him?
I used to live on an apartment in Arlington, and his father-in-law was my mentor, Sam Bernstein. So then he got married to his daughter. So Mr. Bernstein one day said, my son-in-law is a lawyer in contracts. He'd be a good partner with you. So
It turned out he was,
It
right?
turned out we put us together, and we formed a company. And then my brother come along too. And then he gave us the first shop for $1,100, and we made $400. But
And what you were telling me before the camera was on, it's been how many years and never
45 years.
and never it's been and never an argument?
No.
Why don't you tell me? That's the sentence I'm looking for.
Yes. We never got
It's
argument.
been 45 years and
No,
we've never
We never raised
our
the voice. No.
Go ahead, say
We
that.
never raised the voice to each other.
In 40
We look, we might not agree, then we look, he gives in or I give in, and that's it. Peace.
Okay.
And the best deals we make is when we together. When he makes a deal by himself or I make a deal, it's not good like when we do it together.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
And, I was sorry you had to leave on Tuesday, but thank you so much for providing some time for us to
Yeah.
finish this.
And the secret, the business for success, you talk from the heart and you keep your word. I have 40 subcontractors, and you will not find a subcontractor who says Fort Myer owes me $1, because we keep our part of the bargain. And the success is a lot of companies, they get a job and they bid a job, and if I'm the low bidder, if I'm the low bidder, if I'm the high bidder, and I call them, I said, okay, can I solve some work from you? And sometimes they say, no, we don't got the job, we nothing to do with you. But with me, if I bid the job and I beat you, or you beat me, I call you, can I sell you the asphalt? Can I rent you equipment? I will not try to take you down, just because you took the job for Fort Myer.
Have you had a business to occur with this new mayor, Muriel Bowser?
Yes, we work for the city.
Uh-huh. You have a good relationship with
Good
her.
relation with her. Next year she will win for the landslides. The way she's going, next year she will win for the landslides. She's doing a great job.